Welcome to Art with Miss Jen. Today we are making bird characters. Here are the art supplies you will need. The list is right here. We have paper, pencil with an eraser, and some coloring materials. You can use markers, crayons, color pencils, or any kind of paint will work. So we're going to start with our tree. In the middle of our piece of paper, we're going to draw a curved line from the top of our paper to the bottom. Then another curved line right next to it. Then we're going to add some branches on either side of our tree trunk. Some curvy lines. You can even do some curls if you want to. Next, we're going to add some leaves. So those are oval shapes. It's right on the ends of our branches. And draw some oval shaped bunches. Right next to each other like little clumps of leaves. And you can add a bird's nest if you want to somewhere. So that's just half a circle. I put some lines in just for some texture. So now we're going to draw our bird characters. We're going to start with the little blue jays. Those are a circle to start with. So on our piece of paper, pick a branch and draw some circles. They can be on the tree or flying above the tree. Then we're going to add some wings. So just like our leaves, we're going to add some loop lines on either side of our circle for the wings. Kind of look like W's. Then we can add in some details like the beak. That's just a small triangle shape. And the eyes, you can draw them circles or half circles if you want. Don't forget the eyebrows. And the feathers on top of their head. It's just a line with a circle. Next, we're going to draw the owls. So we're going to start with a rectangle shape for the body. So on a different branch, I'm going to draw in some rectangles. Then we're going to draw in the wings on either side of our rectangle. So you can draw them inside a rectangle, like their wings are wrapped around them. Or you can draw them outside, right next to your rectangle, like their wings are open and are about to fly away. And inside our triangles, we can add some lines to show that they are feathers. Then a small triangle for the beak. And some half circles for the eyes. Now owls have really big eyes. So you can do half circles like the owl's asleep, or if your owl is awake, you can draw big eyes, big circles. Some owls have big eyebrows. You can draw those in if you want to. And some have horns on top of their head. He's drawing little triangle shapes on top of his head. And then a squiggly line for his neck. So right below his beak, we're going to draw in a squiggly line. And the tail, so right underneath the branch, we're going to draw some angled triangles for the tail. Make sure the middle one is really long. That's the end of his tail. And then finally, the talons. That's the fingers that grip the branch so they don't fall off. So those are little W shapes right underneath our owl. Draw some W's for his feet, his talons, right on top of the branch. And then we have our triangle birds. So we're going to start with a triangle. And on the top, we can make it curvy, or we can do a swirl at the top of his head. Or if we want extra feathers, we can do lots of extra feathers on top of his head. It's up to you. And just like our bluebirds, we're going to draw the wings in on either side of our triangle. Some W shapes for the wings. And then triangles for the beaks. And then the eyes. Do circles, like they're surprised, or half circles. They're curious, looking at their friends. And don't forget the eyebrows. Those really show expression. And then the talons, the feet. Those are little W's right on top of our branch, right underneath our birds. And finally, the tails. So those, I just drew little V's, just for a little bit of difference. And a couple lines to show that they're feathers. So now that our drawing is all done, we can start coloring. You can use crayons or markers or paint, whatever you want. Thank you for joining me on Art with Miss Jen. We'd love to see your artwork. Take a picture of it and email it to us, or you can tag us at 3 Crosses Kids.